What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for another Top Stores transfer show, man. Big up everyone in the building. A few people in here. Look at this troll here. This is a new one. Carlos EZE. That's crazy, man. F1 guy, hi. Big up yourself, F1 guy as well. Mayhem's in the building, man. Carlos EZE. Are you Vidic? Yeah, this is going to be chaos. Yeah, this is definitely Mayhem talking to himself. I think it is, man. I think it is. Felix to Al Nasir. Ronaldo can't get away from this, man. Obviously with Portugal as well as obviously him playing now in Saudi. I can't believe he's gone to Saudi at this age, man. It's crazy when you think about it. You would assume that you know, he would be still playing in Europe, but that's his decision, man. 2-year contract is definitely suspect though, for sure. Well, yeah, a little bit of an Ornstein bomber, I guess. Liverpool reached an agreement with Salford City to sign Will Wright. Personal terms also in place for the 17-year-old English striker to join Liverpool from Salford City. Medical ongoing. Also had club-to-club deal done, but not with the player. So, yeah, Liverpool signing a 17-year-old striker for their academy. So, yeah, apparently it's very, very well sought after. Sorry. So, yeah, good signing for them. I think, again, Arsenal did have a deal with the club, but I think he did favour staying in that kind of northern region. Obviously, Salford's near, obviously Liverpool, Manchester, etc. So yeah, going to Liverpool, and they've got a new striker on their hand, man. Big up Waha. It says good day yet again, Tops and the chat. Big up yourself being in the building, my brother. Hopefully you are well and good. Well, yeah, a little bit of a bomber there. Big up AJ. It says big up Tops every single time. Come on, broski. Big up yourself, my guy. Good to see you in the building as always, my bro. Big up Waha. He says that every time, of course, man, of course. Big up the community as always, man. Love to see you guys in and around the chat for sure. Obviously, into some news about William Saliba, man. William Saliba opens up on Arsenal contract talks amid Real Madrid interest. Now, for me, this is kind of the big one in terms of contracts. I know we've got the likes of Saka, obviously Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly as well, Gabriel. But for me, this one was the most crucial one because I feel like out of all the players, he was the most least likely to sign a new deal, considering, again, Real Madrid have always had a massive interest in the William Saliba ever since we actually even signed him, to be honest with you. So, yeah, this one was always going to be the biggest worry for me personally. I feel like Saka, even though, again, he's a top player and could look to go elsewhere if we don't start winning trophies. I feel like because he's from Hayland, he's obviously a Arsenal fan, there's more of a likely chance of him staying, whereas obviously Saliba is not. So, yeah, I do feel like, again, this is one of those ones where you definitely have to keep an eye on. He says, William Saliba has given Arsenal fans a reason to smile after revealing that he's hopeful of signing a new long-term contract with the club. The French centre-back has become a linchpin of Mikel Arteta's backline, forming a rock-solid partnership with the Brazilian counterpart, Gabriel Magalhães. It says, however, he has just 2 years left on his contract, and the Gunners are already locked in talks over a new deal amid concrete interest from Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid already buying Housen this summer. Obviously, linked with Konate, linked with Saliba. They've got a few players like Militao and Rudiger that potentially might be moving on in the next year or so. So, yeah, they're looking like they're trying to boost and bolster their defense, especially those centre-back pairings as well. So, yeah, want to keep an eye on. So, speaking after the Arsenal's dramatic 3-2 win over Newcastle United in Singapore, Saliba confirmed discussions are ongoing. He says, yes, hopefully. He told The Athletic when asked about a new deal. Of course, there's nothing new, but there is a good conversation with my agent and the club. So let's see. Also, I've already agreed deals for Gabriel and Magalhães, while official announcement is expected soon for Ethan Nwaneri. So them three are looked to be done. So yeah, these things are these things are definitely done. My big up AJ in the building, 7 lights. But I said, what on earth is going on with the Eze deal, bro? I'll definitely get onto that in a minute, bro. But yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like also trying to get a bit of a cheaper deal with that, but we'll have to wait and see. Big up Darren in the building. Big up again, Tops. Big up yourself, brother. I'm glad to see you in the building. Carlos in here trolling as usual. Saliba isn't silent. We were laughing emoji. He's waiting for Chelsea. Yeah, whatever, mate. This guy, man. It says, but after bolstering the squad with 6 new additions, the Gunners are now focused on tying down their key players to long-term deals. Also, I've welcomed Martin Zubamendi, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Noni Madueke, Christian Mosquera, Christian Norgard, and Victor Gyökeres to the Emirates this summer. For Saliba, those additions that have boosted their belief this could be the year also finally end their Premier League drought. For every year is different. We have to learn from the last 3 seasons. Our mindset is to win the Premier League. We'll give everything from the first game. We have a lot of new players that will hopefully help us win the league. Saliba already knows that what Gyökeres brings. Having faced him last season while Arsenal battled Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League. It says, We know how good he is, how it's scary to play against him. When you face a striker who scores goals, you have to be focused. But now he's in our team and he'll score 4, so that's good. Of course, I'm so happy to have him in the club, and I'm sure he'll help us win games and win trophies. So yeah, some obviously positive news there regarding William Saliba's contract coming up. Obviously, 2 years left. Ideally, you want that kind of sorted this summer, really. So there's no real more speculation about him joining another team. The fact that obviously he could wind down his contract to 1 year and then obviously leave on a free as well is not obviously ideal either. So yeah, the quicker we get that tied up and then get the Saka one done, then yeah, the better, man, really, if I'm being honest, man. But hopefully that will kind of get sorted as soon as possible, really, because again, he's a quality player, one of our best players. And the quicker we get him signed up to a long-term contract, the better for sure. What's going on here with obviously the Eze deal? What's going on? Big up everyone in the building, man. So yeah, it goes. Obviously, Crystal Palace confirmed Eze's decision as Arsenal transfer plan clear. So yeah, it goes on to say Arteta. These ads, man. It says also have been handed a major boost in terms of the Eze update. As sporting director Andre Berta attempts to make him the club's 7th signing this season. Roughly 200 million has already been spent. Just 24 hours before the Swedish switch, obviously Mascara was confirmed as well. He said, what's going on? With all the new focus on new additions, no departures have been sanctioned yet. That's me. And it's almost a guarantee they'll need to offer Eze's release clause, which is believed to be £67.5 million, a fee that Palace want to be paid off in full. Like I said, I just feel like it's a decent amount of money to be paying for him for sure. Reece Nelson looks set to be the first fringe player to depart the Emirates, with the 25-year-old set for a second loan spell at Fulham. If certain conditions are met, he has claimed that an obligation purchase option will become active in the deal. I mean, again, if that's the case, then I suppose ideally you want money for him, man, if I'm being honest, man. But if it's kind of a thing where it kind of can turn into an obligation, then you gotta just hope he hits the kind of the certain conditions, man. Because again, if one of those conditions is appearances, we know that Reece Nelson's got a bad history record in terms of being injured quite a lot. So that might be hard for him to even hit, if I'm being honest, man. But yeah, big up Darren says Eze ain't happening. Gyökeres was our last signing. I don't know, man. I feel like again, potentially we could get someone in. We could get someone in through the door for sure. Garnacho with a laughing emoji. Listen, apparently Garnacho is waiting for you guys to make a bid, man. So potentially it could be Garnacho on one wing, Gittins on the other wing, whatever you want to call it, or Garnacho on the left. I know Modric is probably going to not play for your club again. Sancho's gone back as well. Obviously, you've just sold Madueke. So in terms of obviously replacing these kind of players, you've got Neto, you've got Gittins. Obviously, Xavi Simons is more like a 10 kind of thing. So yeah, it could be a space for Garnacho to come in. He says, CR7 regen, you might ain't ready. Man, you sounded like Vidic, fam, I swear. So the Football London is a good source. You know what? They do provide regular updates, to be fair. So yeah, if certain conditions are met, like I said, it'll turn into an obligation, which again, as long as he's out the door permanently, then I feel that's key. And we get some money for him. It says Zinchenko, Kivior, Fabio Vieira, Lokonga, Kyle Hine are just a few names that could be moved on this summer. For me, I'll be keeping Kivior for sure. The rest of them, we definitely should be moving on. But yeah, Kivior, I feel like again has in the last 6 months definitely warranted staying at the club a bit more, because again, he puts in a decent performance when obviously we've got some injuries, and he's always available, man. He's not injury prone. He doesn't have these kind of spells where he's out for time, or when you need to rely on him for a crucial game. He's out injured like a Tomiyasu used to be. Calafiori's looking like he's going to be the same kind of vein as well. So yeah, man, I feel like it's very crucial to keep players that are fit and that can obviously are decent cover, because again, you're not going to have world-class players all across the pitch. Sometimes players are just there needed to be to cover in when injured players like a Gabriel or Saliba are out for a period of time. A marquee sell could also be required, though that currently looks unlikely, with Bayern Munich who had looked at Gabriel Martinelli agreeing a deal for Liverpool's Luis Diaz. So yeah, with Martinelli, man, unless someone comes in for him, which I don't understand who would be, it would have to be Saudi, really. I can't see anyone really buying him for 50, 60 mil. I think literally Bayern Munich was kind of the only team looking for a left winger in Europe. Them and Barcelona. Barcelona got Rashford. They've got Luis Diaz. So yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone else in Europe, man. One of the top teams that are actively looking for a left wing. I don't think there is anyone else. It only either be Premier League teams now or teams from Saudi. So yeah, that's looking very unlikely. So it might have to be Trossard that ends up going somewhere. Even if Arsenal are unable to raise funds, Eze's desire to join could prove key, and submitting a transfer request would likely move things along. So I don't know whether he'll be willing to do that, if I'm being honest, man. It says, however, the England international does not come across as someone likely to do that. See, with his professionalism evidenced by his appearances on the club's preseason tour, while Isak and Wissa, both linked to exits from Newcastle and Brentford, respectively, have opted out to feature. So yeah, I feel like he doesn't really want to leave. Obviously, his relationship with Crystal Palace sour. He wants to kind of play for them until obviously he ends up moving on. So yeah, especially then him scoring the winning goal in obviously the cup final and stuff like that, and their first ever major trophy ever. So I feel like it would leave a sour taste in his mouth if he starts asking for a transfer request and whatnot. So I think he does want to keep that relationship pretty intact. It says Palace's first friendly overseas arrived on Tuesday against Bundesliga club Mainz, with the action set to get underway at 1 p.m. Palace have since confirmed their starting lineup, with Eze set to start with the likes of Mateta, Sarr, and but yeah, man, I feel like again it's a tricky one for sure. I said, of course, he's waiting for the best team in London. Oh my god. Oh my! Do you actually want him though? Because again, I know you're not a massive Garnacho fan still. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what your thoughts on him potentially signing for your club is. But yeah, I know you're not a massive fan of him. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it says with contact only made between the Gunners and Eze's representation, it makes sense that he has been included. The bigger decision is more likely to be made in 12 days when Palace's 2005-06 campaign starts. Yeah, I think keep forgetting this obviously Community Shield. It's going to be Liverpool versus Palace in 12 days' time. So that's obviously less than 2 weeks to go. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if he's still at the club or again still obviously in the starting lineup, considering probably a week after that is when the season starts, I think. So yeah, it's getting close, man. This season, man, it's getting close. But yeah, in terms of the Eze deal, I think again, I think for me personally, I think Arsenal are waiting to sell a few players, if I'm being honest. I think the likes of Reece Nelson, the fact that Fabio Vieira is getting some kind of links with West Ham as well. I think those kind of two players, maybe someone else as well, in the next couple of days might emerge as on their way out of the club. I think once we get a couple of sales out, then maybe we'll probably go ahead and try and get Eze probably cheaper than his release clause. I think they probably want to do it for. So whether we can do it or not, I don't know. If I'm being honest, I do not know. Man said none of the signings personally have hit. No dopamine hit. Sorry, just happy we've got two strikers in. To be honest, to be fair, I thought you were gassed about the João Pedro one. To be fair, because he's a good player, and obviously the lap was just a sensible one and good for the price. But in terms of like you're saying, them actually hitting and stuff like that, I get it. I mean, you know what? It's a tricky one because some of the biggest ones that hit, like to the dopamine, you're gassed. They turn out to be some of the worst signings. And I remember I was gassed when we got Pepe. Absolutely gassed. And even though I think Pepe was better than obviously a lot of people give him credit for, I just think he didn't obviously suit the kind of style we wanted to play. And obviously him and Arteta didn't really get on in terms of how he was as a footballer compared to what Arteta wanted as a winger. But yeah, some of the goals he scored was sick. But again, from what we expected, he just wasn't, obviously he didn't fulfill his obviously the expectation, man. So yeah, I think it just depends, innit? Sometimes the signings, the smaller signings, where you think this is going to be like a nothing signing, they end up being, oh, why? What a player this guy is, kind of thing. So but yeah, or the academy signings can be even more gas, man, when you see someone coming through the ranks and then they end up being one of the best players in the team, man, like Osaka has done. Hopefully we can see it with Miles Lewis Skelly, even when Yeri's there as well. Obviously Max Dowman, obviously he's playing very well in pre-season. So yeah, man, them kind of signings definitely can get you excited as well. But yeah, I said ceiling raiser, level raiser, buzzword FC. Yeah, man. It's part of the PR though, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Phases, projects, level raisers. So yeah, like that's the new one of the summer. Ceiling raiser, level raiser. Moving the needle, that's a new one. Does he move the needle? These are kind of phrases that kind of don't really mean too much, if I'm being honest. They're just kind of buzzwords that people just put together to try to sound a bit more intelligent than I think they probably even are, to be honest with you. Because again, I feel like if you just keep it simple, is it going to be a player that improves the team? That's kind of the basic notion of it. If it's yes, it's either yes or no. Do you know what I mean? Again, nothing's guaranteed, but yeah, when you're going off like that kind of simplicity, I think that's a bit more better, considering these kind of buzzwords that people buy into, and then they kind of base their judgment on players based off these kind of phrases. Does he move the needle? For let's say for Leao, for example, someone will say, "Does he move the needle?" Well, what does that even mean? That's so like, what does that phrase even mean? Is he better than what we got? Yeah. Would he probably start for us? Yeah. On the left, probably, yeah. Again, over Trossard and Martinelli. So yeah, if that's the case, then you bring him in it. So yeah, man, I'm not really with all these buzzwords, to be fair, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Make sure you guys smash on the like button and subscribe to the channel, of course. Big up João Felix. He says he completes his move to Al Nassr on a permanent basis. Obviously, this is on Chelsea website. It says he made 20 appearances, all competitions for Chelsea last season, netting 7 goals following his summer move to Stamford Bridge from Atletico Madrid. I didn't even realize he even got that many, to be fair. He spent the second half of the campaign at AC Milan, has now departed the Blues on a permanent basis, joining Saudi Pro League Al Nassr. We thank João for his efforts across his 2 spells at the club and wish him well for the future. So yeah, that's all he's got, man, on the website, man, and that's it. That is it, people. So yeah, man, very interesting, very interesting. Man said, João Pedro is R9 regen. Yeah, you're gassing it. I can't lie. Yo, Rory Jennings on the football shirt thing. The what? Wait. Oh, yeah, I seen that, bro. This is what I don't. You know what it is. This is my 2 cents on it. Yeah. The thing I don't like about when people have obviously opinions about things, and again, you can have an opinion about anything in life. Obviously, it's free speech. But bro, what I don't like is when people try and clown other people for doing things that they won't personally do. If you don't want to wear a football shirt to a football ground, that's up to you. But I don't feel like you should try and embarrass other people if they want to wear a shirt, bro. Like, it's just a football shirt. Again, you're supporting the team. You're paying your money. You can do what you want. They've got a shirt. You might like the shirt. You might want to wear the shirt. Then wear it, innit? Like, I don't understand why it bothers another person if you don't want to wear it or do want to wear it. Like, I don't, bro, if you don't want to wear a football shirt, I don't care. Like, it's up to you. If you want to wear it, then wear it, bro. Like, I don't like when people try to police other people in it and in what they're doing. Like, for me, if people want to wear, no matter what age you are, you can wear a shirt, bro. Like, imagine a man, yeah, that's gone for 60 years, for example, and you've got someone telling him he can't wear a shirt when he's been supporting the club before you were born, bro. Like, come on, be realistic here. Like, you can't tell him what to do. Like, if he wants to wear a Chelsea shirt, Arsenal shirt, and he's 60, 70, 80, then he can wear one, man. Like, he's got that right. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of that, oh, you can't wear a football shirt because you're a grown man. It's just silly. It's just making these kind of rules that don't actually exist to make himself feel better, I feel like, believe. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it, man. If you want to wear a football shirt, just wear it. Don't try and police other people's obviously thoughts and progresses and processes and stuff like that. Do what you want to do, guys. Like, again, next man's not telling me what to do personally. So yeah, that's just it. That's just it, man. But my cousins in Saudi bailing us out again with a love heart. Obviously, again, I don't know what kind of relationship you man have got, Chelsea or whatever. Bro, do your thing. Do your thing. Big up Lewis Garcia. It says Saliba is an aimless guy. Hashtag no ambition. Says Garcia, listen, we've not won any trophies since he's been at the club. So, yeah. It's crazy, man. Man said, Lewis Garcia, you're an effing cheat. Obviously talking about the Champions League. But did the ball go over the line or not, man? Did it go over the line? Semi-final settings, bro. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah. But now in terms of like I was saying, going on to Chelsea, Manchester United outcast would welcome Chelsea approach. Oh my god, what a picture that is, man. It said Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho. Yeah, Alejandro Garnacho would reportedly welcome an approach from Chelsea in the summer transfer window. The Argentinian international time is up at Old Trafford, and it appears that he's fallen out with obviously the manager towards the end of the season. Garnacho, along with Marcus Rashford, was left out of the matchday squad to face Manchester City on the 15th of December because of training performances, game performances, and engagement with teammates. Unlike Rashford, who has now joined Barcelona on loan with an option to buy, the 21-year-old worked his way back into Amorim's plans to become a regular starter again. However, Garnacho was dropped to the bench for Man United's final 3 games of the season, including the Europa League final defeat to Tottenham Hotspur, before he was reportedly told by Amorim to find a new club. Speculation over the player's future has swelled ever since then, particularly as Manchester United need to sell players in order to recruit new ones, with Anthony, Jadon Sancho, and also on the chopping block. Man United outcast Garnacho would welcome Chelsea's transfer approach. Garnacho is reportedly determined to stay in the Premier League rather than move abroad, with Aston Villa and Chelsea both linked to move for the outcast. Like, out of the two, I don't know which one he'd even go to be fair. I feel like Villa would probably be more willing to pay the money, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not too sure. Man said, is a disgrace. Garnacho has a high volume of shots. They just don't hit the damn target. Listen, I feel like, again, he needs to develop his game a bit more. He does come across as quite selfish. Like, it doesn't seem like a team player. He kind of gets in positions to try and like score for himself, take all the glory, where sometimes his teammate is in a better position in it. So again, he's 21. So again, there's still time for him to obviously grow out of that, because again, he's still kind of a young winger. But yeah, that's definitely elements of his game he has to improve. Sometimes if you can pass it to obviously a teammate who's in a better position, that can actually improve your overall game, because again, it improves your decision making. Because sometimes in games, other people are in better positions than you. Even if you believe you can score, that's fine. But sometimes it's better just to pass it to someone else. But yeah, that's definitely something on the radar for sure. But yeah, champions of the world. Carlos, how could any sensible player sign for second place like Arsenal? Saliba is a mid. Saliba is waiting for Chelsea. We'll be there when they go trophyless again. Thank you for addressing me properly, Garcia. Look at this glazing, man. We got Jake in the building. Hopefully you're well, my bro. Hopefully you're good. But yeah, in terms of obviously Garnacho, I'll go back to the article one sec. So the Blues were said to be interested in potential signing the winger in January, and he would welcome an approach in the club this summer, according to journalist Ben Jacobs. The report adds that he's still expected to leave in the coming weeks. Dortmund are currently debating whether to make an approach for Jadon Sancho. That is crazy. Man United prepared to sell for £17 million, man. Aye. That's mental, you know. That's gone down so much from the reported. Bro, I feel like every transfer window or every summer, it's just gone further and further down. I remember when they were originally looking to sell him, it was like 60 mil they wanted. I think it was when he went on Dortmund on loan again from Man United. They're like, yeah, we want 60 mil. Then he went down to like 40 mil. Then when obviously Chelsea got him on loan, the obviously obligation was 25 mil. Now it's 17 mil. Lordy, Lord, bro. Just getting lower and lower and lower, man. The price has now dropped lower than the 25 obligation to buy. Juventus are still in talks with Sancho as well. Obviously Garnacho. Garnacho is also still expected to leave in the coming weeks, and he's prioritizing the move with the Premier League. The Argentina winger would welcome an approach from Chelsea. Chelsea could potentially sign Xavi Simons and Garnacho. Wow, bro, you're doing a Project Youth, I tell you, man. 22-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. Project Youth is there. So yeah, interesting, man. Interesting. But yeah, obviously it claims that Chelsea retain an interest in Garnacho, and the possible arrival of Xavi Simons will not preclude them from signing the Manchester United attacker. They're in talks with Leipzig over a deal. João Felix is set to join. Obviously, he's joined at Al Nassr, and obviously Nkunku could yet leave Stamford Bridge. Could do a little swap thing, man. Nkunku for obviously Garnacho or whatnot. Meanwhile, Jacobs also reports that United have reduced Sancho's price to 17 mil amid interest from Borussia Dortmund and Juventus. Chelsea chose not to activate the 25 obligation to buy clause in the winger's loan deal last season, instead paying a 5 million cancellation fee, man. Again, I don't think Carlos was telling me he didn't want to lower his wages down, which is one of the main reasons why he didn't stay at Chelsea, man. So yeah, that's pretty peak. I'll be honest, man. Pretty peak. Luis Garcia says Garnacho a proper Chelsea soon. Listen, it's looking likely, you know. It's looking likely. I feel like if Man United put down their price a little bit in terms of like how much money they're willing to spend or willing to sell him for, maybe it's not going to be the 40 mil they want. Maybe it's going to be like a 25, 30, 35. Then potentially it could be a deal where willing to be had, man. Because I feel like, again, they just need to get some money in. They need to get players off the books. They need to get wages off the books, etc. So, yeah, they might be forced to get rid of Sancho and Garnacho for a combined fee of 50 mil. Whereas in January, they wanted like 70 for Garnacho alone. So it is a massive drop in price, man. And again, it goes back to that thing of you got to be selling these players at the right time. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you end up getting bumped for the price, bro. And end up obviously not getting the amount of money you want for said person in it. But yeah, we will see what happens, man. We will see what happens. Big up, obviously, everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Obviously, just talking about James McAtee price tag has obviously in for Nottingham Forest with the £25 million bid rejected. Obviously, McAtee's got 1 year left on his deal. Again, originally I thought Nottingham Forest were looking to get McAtee to replace Morgan Gibbs-White, but obviously he signed a new deal, so it looks like they're going to try and add to their squad. Remember, they're in the Europa Conference League, I believe, or no, they've been upgraded to the Europa League now, haven't they? Oh yeah, cool. So because Crystal Palace got demoted to the Conference League and they got upgraded to the Europa League, unless they kind of win their appeal, then they'll be in. Forest will be in Europa League next season every Thursday. So they need to really kind of get a better squad, I guess, overall, sorry, in terms of squad depth. Obviously the Solda Langa, they're trying to get Amateur Traore in. Also, they're trying to get James McAtee. As far as I've been interested in McAtee all summer, and sources confirmed that a £25 million bid was quickly rebuffed by Manchester City. McAtee has 1 year left on his current deal at the Etihad, but City are adamant that their evaluation is right. So the former Premier League champions point to the fact that McAtee has more first-team experience than Cole Palmer when he joined Chelsea for 40 mil in 2023. The 22-year-old's under 21 teammate Harvey Elliott is also being valued at 40 mil by Liverpool. They're looking at the market saying, you know what, these men are going for 40, 45. We want 40 for it. But to be fair, he's got 1 year left though. So maybe like 30, 35, maybe 30, I'd say would be fair. The midfielder has several suitors this summer, with Tottenham and Crystal Palace also keen. But Forest is most likely his destination, should he remain in the Premier League. There's still strong interest from obviously Frankfurt, Leipzig, Dortmund, who are also keen on landing him. Man City believe McAtee is worth 40 mil, but the fact he's only got 12 months left on his deal is an issue. Interested clubs, I think his value is some way off that. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know if you might actually rate McAtee. I'm not seeing too much of him. He's never got a proper run in kind of that Manchester City team. And it's always kind of in 1 week, out the next week, in a couple of weeks later, out for like a month, then he's in for a couple of games. Then so I never really have that kind of time to really judge him, like his consistency and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I ain't even sure if he's even worth that. I'll be real. Obviously, he's got the English tax kind of thing, but yeah, it's kind of mad, man. 22, not been cut by England yet. He does play for Manchester City, so you would think maybe in the next year or so, if he gets regular game time, he might be in that kind of England main fold potentially, if he's obviously good enough to do it. City at this point are saying they don't need to sell, and McAtee will remain. I mean, they don't want to let McAtee go on a free for sure, especially because it'd be pure profit because he's homegrown. McAtee will remain with them unless their demands are met, but McAtee's camp are confident he will finalize an exit soon. Last season, he made just 8 starts, this is what I'm saying, for Pep Guardiola's side, and he'll be keen to secure more minutes at his next club. McAtee captained England under 21s to the European Championship early this summer, something he will now be eager to build on. Again, there is a World Cup coming up. There is a potential that a star player or a breakout player might be able to get into the squad. We've seen it before when obviously Walcott got picked, and obviously other players have had a surprise inclusion. So yeah, this could be the season, man. You have a good season, especially in the Prem. You might be obviously in the squad for the World Cup, innit? McAtee managed 27 appearances in total for City last season, scoring. Bro, he scored a lot of goals, man. He scored on seven occasions, man. I must have missed this. These must be FA Cup and League Cup or something like that. Meanwhile, Palmer just scored once for the former Premier League champions during his final season at the club. This is obviously the comparing. 27 appearances, 25. 7 goals, 1 assist, none. The Chelsea forward struggled for game time under Guardiola before his move to West London, as he only played just 150 minutes. McAtee will see what Palmer has done at Chelsea and be desperate to follow in his footsteps, with game time in Manchester looking hard to come by still. Yeah, he needs to definitely make a move out of there, man, because again, with Pep, and obviously all the players he's bought as well, the Shirkies and the Renders and them kind of guys, man. Foden's still in there as well. It's going to be very difficult for them to get a proper run in the team. Says Isaac is ready to sell his house. Isaac to Liverpool soon. Man said, there we land. That's going to be obviously soon enough as well, potentially. So I don't know, man. That's going to be a very interesting one to see if Manchester City are able to gain maybe another player if McAtee ends up obviously leaving the club. Because again, even though it's someone they don't really use, you could argue that they probably need maybe another homegrown player to kind of take his spot in the squad. Maybe they're looking at another English player throughout the league, or maybe it is Trafford now that Trafford's coming in as a homegrown kind of player at the goalkeeper situation. Now they're probably more likely to let McAtee go, so maybe it's one of those ones, man. But yeah, be very interesting to see what happens with that. But I'm pretty certain that Manchester City are probably going to sell him for about 35 mil, I reckon, man. I think they'll probably meet Forest a bit halfway. 35 all in with add-ons, I'd assume. But we'll have to wait and see, man. Big up everyone in the building. Make sure you guys like all the videos, subscribe to the channel, man. A bit of news about Inter Milan and Lookman. So the Inter Milan have presented a new bid for to Atlanta for Adamoly Lookman today. Offer worth 40 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons, man. That's about 35 million pounds, I think, something like that. 35 million pounds. Atlanta insists on a higher fee. No agreement yet between the two clubs at this stage. I mean, I don't blame them, man. I feel like he's definitely worth 50 million pounds, I would say. Especially with the going rate with Noni Madueke going for 50, Alanga going for 50. You could argue he's better than both of those guys. So, yeah, man, I think they definitely should be getting more. But like I said, Italian clubs don't really pay a lot when it comes to obviously fees, man. They're pretty. I mean, I think it's because of the revenue they don't really get into the TV rights and stuff. They don't get a bag of money like obviously the Premier League does. So again, their kind of fees are pretty much what they would be, like back in the day, where again you'd probably spend 40 million pound on a player, and that would be massive money back in the day. Now that's kind of like for a squad player now, which is crazy when you think about it in terms of obviously the inflation. But yeah, man, it's one of those ones, bro. Obviously, more news about Will Wright says he's completed the second part of his medical as a new Liverpool player. They're getting players left, right, and centre, man. Contract till 2028, 3-year deal. Here we go. So yeah, new striker for that 17-year-old. Obviously, again, more. That's crazy, you know. Obviously, Felix joins Al-Nassr on a 30 million euro initial deal plus add-ons and sell-on clauses up to 50 million euros. That's 42 million pounds, I think. How you managed to get that is crazy. 2-year deal for Felix. I'm here to spread the joy. Let's win together. So 2-year deal. You could assume that again after the 1 year, it's probably going to get sold, man, back to Europe. I can see him back at Benfica or back at a Portuguese team or an Italian team like a Florentina or something like that, man. But yeah, I don't know what's happened with his career path has just gone downhill. He was supposed to be one of the next new gen stars, man, and again he's been at top clubs, but it's just not worked out for him, man. He's not found the consistency for whatever reason, and yeah, he's in Saudi now already, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, that's sort of Liverpool hijacking. Well, Liverpool getting their deal over the line for Will Wright. Bayern and Liverpool have now countersigned all of the formal documents for Luis Diaz deal, all sealed. Luis Diaz completed his medical at Bayern today, and he signs the contract till 2029. So a 4-year deal for Luis Diaz, 65 million pounds, man. That's definitely a deal. They've definitely got a good part of the deal as well. Big up Kurt, man, in the building, man. I just as I was talking about City, big up yourself, brother. Hope you are well. Give us 50, about 50 for for McAtee with a year left, man. That's crazy. I don't know if you're gonna get that much, brother, but yeah, maybe like 35 to 40, maybe. I think you'll probably get. But and listen, well, your explanation of why you want that amount of money is very fair. To be fair, considering like you said, Palmer went for obviously 40 mil. That was 2 years ago, so inflation's definitely gone up, and obviously McAtee's made more appearances then, and he's English as well, etc., etc. And they've just obviously sold Alanga for 55, so Forest definitely have money. So yeah, they're probably looking at it like that, man. But I feel like there will be a compromise, probably 35, maybe rising to 40, something like that. So yeah, build yourself. Vidic in the building says if Garnacho actually goes to Chelsea, I wish him the worst. That's madness, man. Big up Kurt says, big up, bro. I'm still ill. Big up yourself, brother. Sorry to hear that you're still ill, man. Wishing you a speedy recovery as always, bro. One of the real ones up in the chat, of course, man. One of the day ones. So yeah, man, big up yourself, brother. Hopefully you are feeling better soon, my brother. Big up normal guy said, what up? What's up, girl? What's going on, bro? Good to see you back in the chat again after this morning, bro. And make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video, subscribe as well if you've not already. Big up Curtis says, Nottingham Forest didn't let us have Gibbs White, so no deal for James McAtee, or give us 50 mil, you frauds. You know what? Because you know, with the Gibbs White deal, I didn't know if obviously City were actually after him, or if it was a case where because you got Shirky, you were kind of fine with not obviously strengthening that position. You got Shirky, you got Foden. Bernardo Silva looks like he's staying, so that's someone that can play in that kind of 10 role. So yeah, I wasn't really sure really. It's only kind of Tottenham that I actually seen actively trying to sign him this summer. But yeah, in terms of McAtee, I feel like again, probably 40 mil, 35, 40 mil will probably be the thing, my bro. Matt said 50 mil for McAtee with loads of laughing emojis, Vidic. Obviously trolling, of course. Them laughing emojis, that's crazy how many, bro. That is. I said nothing. Big up yourself, brother. Good to see you well and in the chat as always, my guy. City came in for Elliot, just 50 mil. Bro, it's some of these price. The thing is as well, yeah, the prices sound outlandish, but bro, someone will pay it. It's like with the Noni Madueke. If we would have said to everyone at the start, yeah, Chelsea want 50 mil for Noni Madueke, everyone would be like, no one's gonna pay that, and Arsenal actually paid it. So listen, if you set a price, you'll be shocked that the players, especially because the market's not great this summer in terms of like a plethora of options. Obviously, there's still players out there, but there's not a load of options. Look at the striker situation with Man United. Obviously, again, they're looking at Sesko. If they don't get him, you're looking at, you're looking at like obviously Ollie Watkins. He's a good player, but again, you're hoping that Villa end up letting him go for 60 mil, 70 mil maybe, and they're going to want a replacement. Then you are looking like at Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy. Like, these are the kind of guys, Nicholas Jackson for 100 mil. These are the kind of guys that are left because everyone else has literally been got at. Osherman's gone. Isak looks like he's going to Liverpool. Katike's gone to Liverpool. Gyökeres is at Arsenal now. So yeah, all these kind of guys, even like Buemo and Cunha are obviously Man United. So Whistle looks like he's going to Newcastle. So these kind of strikers are all kind of wide forwards, like getting 15, 20 goals in the league. A lot of them have moved to clubs already. So yeah, if you're needing a striker, man, at this late stage, you're leaving it late. You are leaving it late for sure. But yeah, man, Diaz has already made his move. But yeah, another a young centre back here, Harley James, confirms he signed for Manchester United. So won't be surprised if he gets minutes, man. Considering you might play through at the back, it's probably going to be League Cup games he's going to be playing in as well. So yeah, and Doy has signed his deal. Apparently a very good player for Nottingham Forest. I don't know if he's there to replace Alanga. But yeah, till 2030, 5-year deal. So yeah, be interested to see how he gets on as well. So they've got money, man. They've got money for sure. They've got money for sure, man. Big up everyone in the building. I said 50 million pesos, maybe. You man are mocking it, man. You man are mocking it. Nottingham Forest said City, you can have Gibbs White. Oh, did they? If you pay 60 mil, is that not too much? Elliot will be a good signing for West Ham. Listen, Elliot's a good player, man. Elliot would be good for West Ham, Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth. That kind of Crystal Palace, that kind of level of team, man. I feel like he will probably be one of their standout players because I do actually rate him. I think he's a good player. He just doesn't really get a lot of game time or consistent game time at Liverpool and whatnot. So yeah, Chelsea asked for 50 million, also paid 52. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. Bro, I'm trying to get that deal out of my head. I'm just trying to forget. I normally forget about it if I'm being honest, man. Unless someone brings it up or I talk about it or I remember it. It's like we haven't signed him, especially because he's probably not on. He's obviously not on the tour yet. So it's like, yeah, we ain't signed him. We're trying to get for it. We're trying to go for Eze. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy, man. Big up Jake says, how has your day been today? Day's been good, brother. Day's been all right, man. Can't really have any complaints. What about yourself? Let me know in the chat. I said, who? Napoli got Maradona for 7 mil, by the way, and now these men are telling us McAtee is worth 50. The fact you're using Maradona for 7 mil is crazy, by the way. Considering obviously you bought Harry Maguire for 80, Anthony for 90. So yeah, well, listen, people have made mad signings in the past, including the Man United for sure. I said I don't trust the Nottingham Forest owners. I mean, again, it's kind of a massive turnaround how even Gibbs White managed to sign a new contract as well. Considering again, it looked like he was on his way to Spurs. And all of a sudden he's staying at Nottingham Forest now. I don't know if you might have seen the interview. Listen, hey, I ain't saying too much, bro, but yeah, man looks like he had to sign the thing, if you know what I mean, or else, you know, there was there. But yeah, man. But in terms of Nottingham Forest owners, again, bro, I feel like for them, they're probably gonna wait and see. Because I thought after they, like I said before, after they signed Gibbs White to a new contract, I thought the McAtee links were going to be dead and buried, considering I thought they're going to replace, obviously, Gibbs White with McAtee. I thought that was the plan, but obviously not. Obviously, more news about Manchester City. James Trafford has now signed a 5-year deal at Manchester City with an option valid until 2031, so potentially a 6-year deal for the goalkeeper, 22 years of age. And yeah, what do you guys make of that signing, man? I think it's a good signing, to be fair. I feel like they definitely needed a new keeper to come up. And obviously replace Edison eventually. It might not be this season because, again, he's still a young keeper, and he'll be obviously playing at the highest level he's ever played at in his life in terms of playing Champions League, Premier League potentially. And again, there is a spot, man, for that World Cup for the England squad, bro. You can see Pickford's definitely going to be in there, sorry. And then after the other two, you got Henderson, you got Nick Pope, you got Ramsdale. There is a spot for a Trafford to be in there. It'd be in the limelight for sure, even if he has a very good season for City and starts a lot of games, man. But yeah, I assume that Edison's still going to be the number one for the first part of the season. And maybe you might integrate Trafford into being the number one come the end of the season. But who knows? Who knows, man? But eventually, I feel like it will be a decent signing. Obviously, this is a loan signing from Manchester City to Hull City, one of their academy players. So yeah, that's very interesting. Again, that's kind of the deal there. £27 million for Trafford. Player set to sign today, and obviously medical on Monday. He's the new Manchester City goalkeeper. Very interesting to see how he gets on, man. Could be a pressure cooker for sure, but who knows, man? Big up everyone in the building. I said, wasn't Gibbs White to Spurs confirmed with a crying emoji. Bro, these man got the here we go, you know. They got the here we go, people, and yeah, they didn't. And there we land didn't land. Let's say that there we land did not land, bro. They might be the first team to get here we go and obviously activate a release clause and still not get the player. That's crazy, man. Crazy work. Big up Carlos says, hi, Vidic. Hope you're having a nice week. Flip it out. Mine is okay. Big up Curtis says, 6 year deal in League Two. Yeah, in League Two, bro. What's happening before that, man? The 15 charges and all that good stuff. 16-year deal in League Two is crazy. Big up yourself, Kurt, for that. That made me laugh, man. I mean, I don't know who that is, man. I don't know who that is. I watched the start. What the F you do mean? Hand on heart. I didn't. Carlos is MS. Jacket to Sunderland is so random, very random, bro. Very random, man. That wasn't on my bucket list. That's probably going to be the shock of the transfer window so far, man. Because yeah, it's just a random signing, bro. If he was going to come back to England, you would think he would probably be maybe like a Brighton or somewhere. Not even a Brighton, but maybe like a Crystal Palace or something. But yeah, Sunderland would definitely not be a team that would think. You'd think he probably would want to come back to like a London-based team or something. But I think it's a good signing for I think it's a very good signing actually for Sunderland, man. Getting him and a Dingra. Again, 2 Premier League proven players, bro. I feel like, again, is a very, very good sign for them to potentially stay in the Premier League. I feel like you do need some Premier League experience when you're obviously got promoted. I think the likes of Leicester and Burnley, who've come up in the past, as well as obviously Southampton last year, even though they had a few Premier League players, I don't think they had enough in those kind of forward areas to really make a difference in terms of quality-wise. So, yeah, I think overall, even though it's random, I do think it's a good deal in general, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the thing. Of course, Master Vidic. Can you guys sign a petition to change second to Arsenal? Says Mayhem, obviously trolling. Big up Vidic. Unpopular opinion, but I think we could have won the league in the 2021-2022 season. Man United? I'm trying to think of the team that you had then. I swear you still had Ollie then as well. I'm trying to think. Is that when you signed, or is that the year after? Which was the year when you signed Ronaldo and Sancho and them guys there? It might have been that year, surely. I think it was that year. And you had Pogba and Lingard and all those guys, man. Yeah, listen, again, it's one of those things, man, where just because you had on paper, it looked like, I remember at the time when you got Ronaldo, everyone was like, it's got to be you and City for the league. It's going to be you two. You two are going to obviously trying for the league now. Even when you had Ollie as the manager, people were like, because I think the season before you finished second and we got to Europa League final. So everyone's like, yeah, this is going to be the next step. And it just fell apart completely, man. Even though the names look great, the Pogbas, the Ronaldos, the Sanchos, the Rashfords, the Martials, they look fantastic. Bruno is in there as well. There was just no chemistry, man. Like everyone was trying to cater to Ronaldo. He was obviously past his best. And the rest of the team suffered because, again, he was kind of just really waiting to score the goals, really, and wasn't really contributing in terms of defensively or trying to obviously press or anything like that, which is what you're probably good at in terms of like being a counter-attacking team, having the pace in behind transition. It kind of slowed down all your transition attacks because he obviously is very slow now, or slower than he was in his prime. So, yeah, it just did not work, man. It just did not work. I said, true. It's like Walker at Burnley. Yeah, that's another one, man. Walker at Burnley, I think, again, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets made like their captain and stuff like that because, again, experience, Premier League proven, Premier League experience. Again, past his best now, but can still contribute, I suspect, to a team. And let's be honest, man, Burnley, in terms of defense, again, it might be a bit different now because they've not got Trafford now, but they had something like 29 clean sheets, something crazy like that. So, yeah, potentially that might have to be one of their strong points trying to stay in the league, having a rock-solid defense as best as possible, and then trying to nick games 1-0, 0-0, which isn't going to be the best to watch, obviously, but that might be their strength, man, their defense, for sure. Big up everyone in the building. Big up Vidic says, Vidic unpopular because you're wrong. Imagine Ronaldo went to Manchester City in 2021. Bro, if he went to Manchester City in 2021, I feel like potentially they might not have been as successful, man, because, again, with the Ronaldo, I feel like you've got to have a particular kind of style of team to really suit and cater to him, especially during those latter years of his career when he's getting a bit older, man. I don't think you could have passengers, if I'm being honest, at a Manchester City team. Where again, even though Haaland doesn't press and stuff like that, he's still got that transitional threat in behind. He still can run the channels. He's still quick. You can still put one ball over the top and he's in. So again, you can kind of allow him not pressing because with one ball over the top, when you're in defense, you can turn it into attack. With Ronaldo, it was never the case during that period of time, even though he's still a very good goal scorer, like finisher-wise. In terms of what he did off the ball, it was very, very, very minimal, really. Didn't really press, couldn't really run behind, couldn't run the channels. I mean, he could hold up a little bit, but he didn't really want to have his back towards goal. He wanted to face the goal so he could score. So, yeah, a lot of his elements of the game during that period of time were definitely not suited to a Man United or a Manchester City, if I'm being honest, or anyone really in the Premier League. I'm trying to think of the top teams that would have suited his playing style at that moment in time. Where again, you didn't really need anyone to press or run the channels, man. So yeah, I feel like it was going to be a bad signing either side in hindsight, to be honest with you. Dan Adoy completes obviously the main part of his medical after a 40 million euro plus 5 million euro add-on deal agreed. So yeah, man, not for spending the cash. Also accepted to let Bologna have a 10% sell-on clause for Adoy as well. So yeah, they're doing their thing, man. They're doing their thing. We'll put everyone in the building. Says I'm not the Carlos one, but I'm the F1 guy. If you want to sub, hint, hint, wink, wink. Oh my days. Man United finished 6th in 2021-2022 season with only 58 points, but it's your troll. Oh my days. That's funny, man. I know he's past his best in 2021, but he's still top 3 strikers in the world at the time in 2021. Now, you know what it was, Vidic? Like in terms of his goal scorer range, it was definitely obviously his goal scoring was definitely fine, but just in terms of what he was doing off the ball, he was very limited during that period of time. And I feel like the name and the idea of Ronaldo was actually better than the concept of him on the pitch, because again, it was hard to really accommodate for. You have to literally have all the rest of the players really working extra hard to kind of make the runs off the ball and stuff like that. Yes, finishing wise, I mean, he's still got 17 goals that year, but the rest of the team suffered because, again, as a team, when he didn't score in that particular game, like you didn't really have kind of any kind of threat up front, really, because again, the striker's supposed to glue it all together. So yeah, man, I think just during that period of time, it just wasn't suited to the Prem at that moment in time. But again, 2021, at what is he? He's 40 now, so that he still would have been like 35, 36, man, something like that. So it is quite old, considering players in the Prem normally start obviously winding down probably in their early 30s, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. Near side says big up Tops. Ndoye is mid and injury pro. I'm not seeing too much of him, bro, in for Bologna. So I don't know whether he's going to be better than Alanga or if it's someone that obviously can contribute. I'm not too sure, bro, but I'm looking forward to seeing him play either way. Man City won the league in 2021-2022 season with 93 points, 1 point above Liverpool. That is correct. It was a very good title race that year as well. You signed Nketiah for 95 mil. You bum near side. Baz on a troll thing straight away on site, bro. Take a touch. Man's just got into the chat and you're on his neck. Take a touch. Vidic, be honest, or you call us is S. You're going after Sesko, who scored less goals than Nketiah. Anfield, you've won 2 Prems with a crying emoji. Big up Jake. He says, I love your live stream. Big up yourself, brother. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you being in the building. Obviously, it's another bomber with Ornstein. Yeah, he did put a bomber about can't remember he wasn't even called now. Yeah, it did put a bomber about obviously about Will Wright here. It says obviously Liverpool reached an agreement with Salford City to sign Will Wright. Personal terms also in place for the 17-year-old English striker to join Liverpool from Salford. Medical ongoing. Also had a club-to-club deal done, but not with the player. Says, at least we aren't paying 95 mil for him. With a crying emoji. Also, Austin Bomber. We we stole some 17-year-old from Arsenal. Yeah, listen, I've not heard anything about him in terms of how good he is, but yeah, Vidic leaving their side. Remember, it's done, and go pray for a miracle. I said, hold that bomber. We'll right over Gyökeres. Vidic, you better pray for a miracle. People pray to thank their God. He's clear. Vidic, 90 mil for Nketiah is better than 70 mil for Maguire. 80 mil for Maguire. Also at 69. Ndoye for Bologna. Used to have him on ultimate team. Nice little winger. Okay. Carlos is Carlos is telling you the facts there. Nketiah scored less than Jackson nearsighted. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. What are we doing? Master, good boy. What do you mean, Jackson? Or are you for real? Master, finish your coloring book, mayhem. Oh, my days. Go to the Antarctica again. What? Big up Jake says, thanks. Yeah, this chat's funny, man. This chat's too funny, I swear. But yeah, obviously that's Liverpool news there. Obviously don't really say too much. Again, talking about Sheffield Wednesday losing their coach, exit his position. Just talking about Ramsdale moving to Newcastle with a loan with an option to buy. Again, it'd be interesting to see who obviously starts. Ramsdale or Nick Pope, both obviously them are fine to be in the World Cup squad and be the England probably number 2. Probably Pickford's still going to be number 1, I assume. But yeah, be interesting to see who comes out on top. Obviously, news about Chelsea signing Gerald Hato for 40 million euros. That's probably going to be confirmed within the next couple of days, I assume. So yeah, definitely moves going up there as well. Bill Curtis is finishing your coloring book. That's true. Yeah, that's kind of finished me as well. I can't lie. That's too funny. That's too funny, man. Carlos with the jokes. I'm telling you, bro. Carlos with the jokes, man. What's going on, people? Make sure you guys smash up the like button, man. Only on 14 likes. Let's see if we can get it to 20 likes before I end the stream, man. What's going on? Make sure you guys like up the ting. If you like the stream, like up the ting. But yeah, obviously just on about Diaz there a couple of days ago. And yeah, man, 75 million euros, man, 65 million pounds on a 5-year deal. 190 million pound sales since Hughes became Liverpool sporting director. So obviously he's making a bit of an impact there. So yeah, very interesting, man. Very, very interesting with that. Very interesting with that. That's obviously Fabrizio Romano saying Manchester City have rejected a 25 million official bid from Nottingham Forest for James McAtee. So apparently they want 40 mil. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to get it. Maybe 35 to 40 for McAtee. He scored 7 goals last season in 27 games. So potentially they might be able to get a decent amount of money for him. So we will wait and see. Big up Curtis says Mamouche over Nketiah. Mamouche is a good player, man. Mamouche is a very good player. Carlos is your retirement home for the Gramps. If someone sneaks up behind him, you're cooked. Most fake Chelsea fan. You're even worse than Kepa. 97-year-old, and we all know your real team is Arsenal. Oh, mayhem, man. Mayhem. I said Hoyland over Marshmallow. Marshmallow is a nasty slander name, by the way. Marshmallow is a nasty slander name. I keep forgetting, obviously, he missed the penalty in the FA Cup final, didn't he, Mamouche? I don't know why Holland didn't take it, thinking about it in advance, but so it go, man, so it go. But yeah, obviously, Arsenal, again, just looking at trying to secure Saliba's contract. I'm trying to think, is there any more news about Eze? I don't think there is. Let me just have a quick look. But yeah, it's looking like potentially as well, Mark Gahey might be on his way to Liverpool as well, because again, he's not actually traveled. I think he's absent for the friendly that Crystal Palace have got. So let me just double check this, man. But yeah, big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course. But yes, Macabell or whatever. Let's have a look. Interesting. So yeah, it says Mark Gay's absent from Crystal Palace's preseason game versus Mainz is fitness related, not linked to any transfer away. He's training with the squad, but he's been eased into action. I don't know about that one, man. That seems a bit suspect to me. It says Gay is playing in the second half of. Okay, so he's actually playing. But yeah, I do feel like potentially he's gonna make a move to Liverpool maybe later on in the window, man. Considering Liverpool, when you look at their defense, man, they've actually only got Gomez, Konate, and Van Dijk as their out-and-out centre-back pairing, their senior centre-backs, man. And obviously Gomez is injury-prone. Konate does have an injury-prone kind of season as well sometimes, where he's out for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. So they definitely need someone to replace Kwanzaa for sure. I know Slots come out and said that Ryan Gravenberch can play there and Endo can play there, but I don't know what obviously you guys think, but I don't think Liverpool fans would be happy if Gravenberch is playing there for a majority of the season if you get a season injury for one of Van Dijk or Konate's kind of thing. So, yeah, I think you definitely need to get some more backup in defense. Otherwise, it could be a bit techie. I'll be real. It could be a bit techie, man. So Ekitike is rubbish. Why are Liverpool buying him? Listen, bro, I've not seen anything of him, bro. So, yeah, I'm going to wait to see what he does in the Prem for sure. Because, again, I've only seen clips, highlights. The only actual game I did watch of him was when he played against Spurs in the 2 legs. Obviously, he scored the first goal. He looks okay, to be fair, but I won't say he was £80 million worth based off that game, but again, it's only 2 games. So, this is my brother playing Rugby League 26. Bro, I didn't even know rugby. I didn't even know they even did that, you know, or did it anymore. Me versus Carlos, rivalry feeds, generations, 100%. We're gonna finish. We're gonna get a keeper. We might actually finish in the top 10 with crying emojis. I'm not even sure you're gonna even do that, brother. I'll be so real. I don't even know if you're even gonna do that, my guy. 20 mil. My mouse hype is funny with a laughing emoji. Is crazy. Newcastle away kit looks like the Saudi Arabia kit. I'm not actually seeing it, you know. I'm not actually seeing it. What the the yellow and not the yellow, the white and green one. Is that the one you're on about? But yeah, listen, they definitely got ties to Saudi, of course. So I think I might have seen it actually. If that's the one you're on about. Oh no, I actually haven't. What this their actual kit? Oh my lord, this is atrocious. This is they look like Panathinaikos, man. What's going on here? I've never seen them have a kit like this in it. I thought, I'm sure I've seen a kit where it was like white and they had a bit of green on like the sides and stuff. Maybe that was last year's kit. I'm getting confused about. But brother, that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. Even the badge is in green, man. They've gone all out. This must be the 3rd kit. This can't be the away one, bro. No way. Man said lime green, you know. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But yeah, Ekitike at centre back for Liverpool. Yeah, they might have to at this rate, man. They might have to at this rate. But yeah, that kit's crazy. In FIFA season 2 of them Southampton rebuild in season 1, Man United, Everton got relegated whilst Liverpool won the quad. I dreamed of this. I downloaded the new updated squads as well. Says obviously Mayhem. Top 6 predictions starts for me. It's Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle. Very interesting. For me, bro, I'm going to go Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa, Newcastle. I don't think Man United or Spurs are going to get in the top 6, if I'm being honest, man, at this moment in time. But yeah, that obviously definitely could change with obviously players coming in, coming out. But yeah, FIFA create your own team kit. Nah, legit, man, legit. Because you would think they would have a little bit of black on there just because obviously it's Newcastle in it, but. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. I know that's as well, you know. Color scheme's a bit mad. Design, a bit mad as well. But but yeah, all a bit mad, bro. All a bit mad. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the thing. I said Newcastle environment kit friendly kit. Yeah, it seems like it, bro. They're trying to be one with the grass and that, so it's crazy. Big up 7 on DR in the building, man. Bye, brother. What you telling me, my guy? It says and fans already have it hard enough with the news about Isaac. Now they got to see this. I said now they got to see this kit as well. Listen, bro, they might be going bar for bar for bar for bar. The worst. These last 2 months of them, man. Jeez. They're through they're going through it. I'll be honest, man. I mean, this is the kit last year. I mean, this is a little bit better. Obviously, the green's a bit green, but at least it's green and black. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit better. And again, I think I like the design a bit better as well. But again, this must be a new thing, man. Them just having green kits. But yeah, that's kind of mad. It feels like it should be like a goalkeeper kit. But yeah, I don't know, man. Obviously, this was their kit last year. Which again looks like a Fulham kit for some reason. The red, like I've never really associated Newcastle with red, innit? Even with their away kits, man. So it's kind of they know their kits are normally like black and white, obviously the home kit. Then the away kit's normally like a variation of white with a black or white with like some kind of other color like yellow or something. But yeah, they're kind of going out of the ordinary with these kind of kits for sure. Definitely, man, definitely. Man said, Tops said Liverpool will win the league. Clip it, blood. Nah, listen, I think you should win the league, man. You won it last year. You're gonna get Isaac and got Verts. You got all these good players, bro. You definitely should be. You're definitely favourites for winning the league for sure. How can you not be? If me and Carlos wasn't battling, instead decided to team, we would be humbling ya. No, Kurt, stay humbler. Man said Werner Brain. United kit, yeah, for sure. It's mad. Kurt, are you humble? Joe Linton, that smile in the promoting your kits. Don't fool me. I know your game. Yeah, legit, man. Man said, Anfield, get back to your action, man. Action, man, bro. I ain't heard action, man, in a minute, fam. Jeez. You see, man said, huh? Yeah, he probably don't even know what it is, Kurt, man. I can't even lie. Action, man's old school, bro. Yeah, action, man. Flipping now. I wasn't really even into action, man, like that. But yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. This is a nice kit, man. This is a nice kit, bro. Was this last season as well? Or season before? Okay, this is their third kit for this season. This definitely should be their away kit, man. And the other one should. Oh, look at this. They had my man in the kit. Oh my god, they had my man in the kit. You know, this is July the 1st as well. This is this month, brother. Oh, he's just pulled the rug underneath their eyes. I'm telling you. Oh my days, it's crazy. You might have to delete this. Oh, he ain't gonna be playing in that season. It's mad. Nice kit though. Nice. This definitely should be their actual away kit for sure. I like the color contrast, the orange and the blue together with obviously the shape of the badge. And yeah, I actually like it, man. It's a little bit different, and yeah, man. I think orange and blue go together. That version of blue, anyway. I think they definitely go together. Kind of reminds me of Jaffa Cakes, though. That color coordination, maybe that's why I like it. But yeah, decent. Man said to these young kids for sure. Too young, these kids. Yeah, I hear it, brother. I hear it, man. I said grapes. I can tell Isaac hates that. He don't look happy, does he? I'm just deep in it as well, bro. Like he's a cool, calm, collective kind of character, but yeah, he's not like he's smiling ear to ear. You get me? So. But neither, to be fair, no one's really smiling, to be fair. So yeah, but man, peak, absolutely peak, man. But yeah, this seems to be the away kit. So I don't really like how they've done the badge either, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is a langer in the Champions League on the sleeve and that. So he was happy to be there. He was very happy to be there, actually. We bid for Isaac. Rodrigo has not decided his future yet, as his meeting with Real Madrid is scheduled early either this week or the start next week. Rodrigo could be open to a move to the Premier League with Liverpool. With Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham monitoring the player. So yeah, potentially could be them on the outskirts making a move for the player, man. Yeah, I feel like again with them. It could be a thing where I feel like with Rodrigo, man, it's going to be a thing probably towards the end of the window where players or teams are kind of trying to gather their last of their kind of finances together in it to make sure they can actually afford someone like a Rodrigo, man, because I think it's going to be very difficult to do it, if I'm being honest. Very difficult to do, considering, again, a lot of them teams have already spent a lot of money already on players, man. So going to be interesting, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Don't say that John Henry would sign him too. Big up Yasser TV, my brother, man. Big up Tops. Big up yourself, brother. Hopefully you are well. Good to see you in the building. All of that good stuff. You're good, my guy. Obviously, I'm guessing you're going to be gassed with the thoughts of getting Javi Simmons in the building as well, bro. So yeah, big up yourself. Man City's new away kit is nice. Okay, I don't think I've seen that one either. I might have to put that in too, bro. But big up yourself, Kurt. Big up, obviously, Yasser TV as well. Big up Anfield, Carlos, everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video if you've not done it already. But yeah, just obviously going through kind of the news and whatnot. But yeah, just the away kit for Manchester City. Let's have a look. Not bad, you know. Not bad. They're all kind of not bad. Not bad indeed. Not bad indeed. Kind of the all black kind of vibe. No, not bad. You could kind of just rock this on like wherever you go with kind of thing, because it's kind of discreet in it. Kind of just looks like a top, but not like a blatant football top kind of thing. Just looks like more of a Puma top in it. So, but no, it's all right, you know, it's all right. Pretty basic. Sometimes less is more for sure. In terms of the kit, nice color, decent kind of pattern. I like how the badge is like silver and that. No, not bad, man, not bad. All black, man. Man calling them Venom, you know. But that's a nice away kit actually. To be fair, it is a nice away kit. It's all right, man. I like the color, sorry, and obviously the I think it's silver or it might be light blue. Can't really tell by the picture, but yeah, not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, man. Big up Jason. I'm going Tots. Big up. Thanks for having me on. No worries, brother. Thanks for being in the chat, man. Good to see you in here, man. And take care, brother. I'll speak to you soon for sure. Anfield, we need Rodrigo. He is missing. The piece is like, you man are so greedy, man. I said we need an effing centre back. You do need a centre back for sure, definitely. Breaking news: Man United don't want Sesko because apparently he's too expensive. Oh, swear, who said that, bro? You have to let me know. You have to let me know who obviously reported that. I'll have to try and get it on the screen if I can. But yes, listen, Man United are always going to struggle to get players in for sure. So that kind of does not surprise me, if I'm being honest, man. If that's obviously true and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like Newcastle might have the upper hand just in terms of them having to sell some players, innit? Well, yeah, obviously the United stand, obviously from the Athletic, they said Man United believe Ollie Watkins could be available for 40 to 45 million, while a deal for Benjamin Sesko is expected to cost between 69 and 78. 80 million for Sesko is crazy. I can't lie, man. I know it's a potential thing, but brother, that's a lot of bread, man, for someone that might not even work out, especially when you've just spent 65, 70 on you spent 62 on Cunha, 70 on, well, 71 on Mbuemo, 78 on Sesko. You probably value for money. You're probably better off getting Watkins, man, for 40, 45, because at least you're gonna get at least 2 decent seasons off him. Do you know what I mean? Even if he gets a bit older. So yeah, crazy, man, crazy. Not a fan of the home kit. I've seen your home kit. It's got like a white strip as well. Haaland looks dog S in that kit. Spurs black kit is nice as well. I think I've seen that as well, to be fair. Anfield, we need 2 centre backs and a Diaz replacement. That is Rodrigo. Says Garcia. See you shortly. Yeah, big up yourself, brother. See you announcing people's funerals with this. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. They're just gonna put that kind of press release in terms of them putting the kit out and just have them in the kit like that, man. Crazy. I said cast the Man United fan. I think okay, fair enough. Fair enough, man. I mean, again, when you look at that price tag, obviously what I've just posted there, it does look like it's going to be difficult for them to sign him anyway, to be fair, because that is a lot of money for a player that is not guaranteed to be a hit in the Premier League because he's never played in it before. So, yeah, I think that probably might have to go for Watkins or even Nicholas Jackson if Chelsea bring down their price tag for him. So, Isaac, Nkatike, Luis Diaz, Salah, Nunes, Gakpo, Chiesa, Wirtz, Bosley. No Diaz replacement needed. And Nunes is going to Saudi soon. I hope so. Nunes got the Mo cut. Yeah, he's got that shortcut, man. Trying to reform his kind of form going into obviously the new season, man. But yeah, I feel like probably in general, you're looking at the likes of Nunes and Diaz going, Harvey Elliott probably going as well. It's going to make you, man, a lot of money for sure in terms of making out that you guys don't really need a replacement for him. I think, again, Nkatike and Isaac can play on the left if that's going to be your Diaz replacement, if I'm being honest, as well as obviously playing up front. So, yeah, I don't know if you definitely need someone like that 100%, but we shall see, people. We shall see, man. But, yeah, man, big up everyone in the building. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe as well. Man said, no one wants Newcastle. They ain't like us. Listen, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Bro, honestly, Kurt, they've had probably the worst transfer window I think I've ever seen. A team just get rejected so often, bro. I don't get it. I don't get why. Because they've got Champions League, they've won a trophy, they've got good players as well at the team. They've got a nice stadium, 52,000 seater stadium. The fans are very, very passionate. They're gonna give their all. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Maybe they're not going hard enough in negotiations. Obviously, since they lost Dan Ashworth, I don't know if they've been the same in the transfer market, if I'm being honest, in terms of how aggressive they are, how they are in terms of getting the players over the line. Get someone like Bruno Guimaraes was a very, very good coup, as well as even Anthony Gordon. A few teams did want him but he ended up going to Newcastle in the end. Obviously, Isak was, again, a gamble a little bit, considering it was the price tag, but he ended up paying off. So they managed to get all these players. Even Tonali was a very, very good coup as well, because, again, he played very well for AC Milan during the season before. So they can get players of higher quality to come to the club. It's just like, in this moment in time, maybe their sporting director's not up to par. Maybe their kind of negotiation skills need updating. I don't know what it is, man, because at the minute, they're losing. When they're going bar for bar with teams, bro, they're losing out every single time. It's crazy. I said, sell Nunes to Man United. Oh, that would be so funny, you know. So that'd be so funny, man. Nunes at Man United up front would be so funny. These men would get so frustrated with him. It'd be hilarious, man. In Bournemouth chose Man United over Newcastle. Moron of the year 2025 goes to. I saw a report. Izagi requested Halal to sign Nunes. Isak rejected Halal, so Nunes is a possibility potentially as well. Report. All jokes aside, I prefer Newcastle Stadium overseas. Now, Newcastle's got one of the best stadiums in the league for sure, man. Considering, again, it's not one of the stadiums that's definitely been improved on. I mean, I've not actually been to Newcastle Stadium, but I have been to Manchester City's. And yeah, when I went, obviously the stadium structure is nice, but again, at the time, well, the game I went to was obviously a game against Arsenal. Yeah, the crowd wasn't really crowding at the time. I'll be honest, man. It was kind of quiet, but yeah, the structure of the stadium's nice, outside and in, but yeah, Newcastle, I feel like their atmosphere in that stadium is just electric, man. And it can be really, really hostile, where I think at other clubs it's not quite the same. But yeah, it's one of those ones where I feel like, again, even though they've got a nice stadium, it's one of those ones where I don't feel like people want to live there for whatever reason, which is crazy. Point of view, when I hear my brain rot, turns into I show speed. Are you serious now, bro? I only been to Arsenal's old stadium. Oh, only the Highbury Stadium. Crazy. Obviously, I only went to the Emirates as well. Not obviously Highbury, so I'm the other way around. But yeah, it's all mad. Chelsea. Carlos says Manchester City got no fans. Obviously on the lineup again. Of course. People always donate to big streamers, and it's so annoying. Like, they are rich already. If you want to donate to a stream, make sure they have 50 million subs, like tops. Wink, wink. Big up yourself. I appreciate that, Mayhem. Obviously, I just enjoy talking to you guys anyway, man. So yeah, that's kind of my kind of goal from this for sure. It's just obviously interact with you guys and having a good time with the chat, man. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I feel like, again, a lot of streamers are doing their thing for sure. So you got to pick them up each and every time. It's obviously not easy to put in the work and stream every single day. It's not easy as it looks. So you got to pick them up every single time as well. But yeah, big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. All of that good stuff. I said, yeah, because Oasis don't support Man City. Carlos with a laughing emoji. Carlos has City has 6 fans in total. In total respect. I said, Jota, big up Jota every single time. Isn't Oasis a drink? That's crazy work. I watched League on the stream earlier today, says Kurt. Shot 20 will be on Liverpool shirts all season. Yeah, that's a very good gesture, man. I'm glad they're doing something to remember and buy for sure. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see how obviously Liverpool season goes about, man. Because again, it might be an emotional one for sure. But yeah, big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like up the thing and subscribe to the channel, man. Just seeing if there's any more news before I head out. Let's have a look. I don't know if Fabrizio's put anything since. Let's have a look, man. Exclusive, a little bit of a bomber just joined. Chelsea plan to offer a new deal to Cucurella, key part of the long-term project. I want to say a link's not confirmed. No talks as Chelsea see Cucurella as an important player. Gerald Hato would be a backup at left back and also a key addition at centre back. So yeah, Cucurella is getting a new contract, new deal. He's literally just dropped that a minute ago. So yeah, he's going to be staying at Chelsea for the looks of it. Obviously, being a very good player for them. And here's what it is, man. Here's what it is. Carlos, even I know the band is your Dimension Gap. That's crazy. We only do Vibes Cartel around here, Kurt. Cartel. Oh, they are word boss. If you know, you know. Lee Gona went to the Real Madrid Stadium with North. Oh, did he? Oh, sick. I'll have to check that out, man. That's sick. I know they're in Madrid. Big up Carl and obviously Rashid and all those guys, man. Did a stream with Carl on Saturday. So yeah, big him up. Going down UK. But yeah, man. Sick. But yeah, I'm gonna be going now. So obviously I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. again for another stream, Tops in the Morning show. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until in the morning, I'll be back. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like all the videos, subscribe to the channel. But I'm out of here. Peace and love, people. And don't hate the play of the game. I'm